sometimes people in comments go, hey, you're fat. And I go, oh, yes. Like, I don't really get it because I have a mirror and like I walk past a lot of windows every day. So like I know. And my friend Allison was like, why don't you do like a coffee table book with like pictures, like professional pictures of you in bikinis? And I was like, oh, okay. So I pitched that. And then they were like, well, what if you wrote a little bit? And I said, oh, okay, maybe I'll make it a guide. And it's a very tongue-in-cheek guide. The whole thing is just like, just wear a bikini. Like if that's what you want to do, wear it.
But I also think there's an undertone of body positivity in it. Like for people to just wear a bikini if you want to wear a bikini, and who cares what other people think.
Sure. I hate the word body positivity though, because it's like, be positive at all times about your body, but you're going to feel like shit about your body sometimes. Sometimes you're going to look in the mirror and be like, I actually don't like what I see. But then it's like, put on a nice outfit, do your makeup, and like go live your fucking life. Like it's okay to not feel great one day. I'm all about like body neutrality. Like the body you're in, but if you care to change it, do it. Get a BB doll. Get your titties done. Cut off your chin if that's what you want. Like get the tiny little nose. Do whatever the fuck makes you happy and makes you okay looking in the mirror every day.
Pleased to announce Cobra's economic recovery plan. If you want money to buy food for your children, take all your valuables to the nearest branch of Extensive Enterprises. There, all goods will be exchanged for Cobra currency.
You're listening.
Yeah, like all the time I'm listening.
WATB with Christian, Eric, and Carl sometimes.
Listen in your office. fun time.
Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Welcome to Who Are These Broadcasters? I am Christian Bladt, joined by the ghost of Eric Zane. How are you hanging in there, buddy?
I'm not bad. A little screwed up in the in the voice, but I'll be all right.
I think we need you to record some new imaging. You've got that big boy announcer voice.
I sound like what's the guy who's on drugs and does voiceovers? The black guy, Carl.
So sorry, black guy on drugs. You're gonna need to be more more specific.
What the fuck is his name? Ted Williams. Ted Williams.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's golden.
Remember
voice.
to shut the fuck up.
Remember to shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, easy as Darth Vader. That is very true.
It's gonna get better as we progress, but
I hope so. You know,
I just woke up.
You did make me nervous because you don't have a great track record of taking a nap before the show.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're here. Thanks for hanging in there. I appreciate it. And we're going to have a fun show because you're under the weather. Let me tell everyone how
I'm stuck in like first gear.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect opportunity to, I mean, there's a lot of people, who want me to get my ass kicked. So now's the perfect opportunity for you.
Yes, this is definitely the time to gang up on EZ. Look, it's even money on a regular day, whether or not he's going to have a snappy retort for you. But I feel like it's much less likely today. So this is definitely gang up on EZ time. And the way Super Chats work on this show is the highest US dollar amount Super Chat. That'll be how I sign off the show. As I like to say, you get the opportunity to put dirty, filthy things into my mouth. I will say it. So please, Super Chat early, Super Chat often. Happy to share with anybody and everyone. Real quick, I had a fun time in Nashville. I went to a place called Santa's Pub, which is out by the airport, and I went with our buddy Don Jameson, who will have to be out there. The guy who owns it looks like Santa, but it's a cash-only operation and no swearing. So, So we kept handing each other notes that said, go fuck yourself, because we thought it was funny.
What you mean is there like a sign that says you're not allowed to swear?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's on the karaoke mic for the most part, but just in general.
Okay.
So in any case, that was tons of fun. Great to be out there. On my flight back, I was getting caught up on the big weekend of Dabble House. Now it's over, but if you didn't get it already, go to dabblecon.live. I strongly encourage anyone who hasn't bought a ticket, because I will tell you that season 2 of those key mini tapes do not disappoint. Absolutely worth it. And in case you need something to really convince you, Lucy wears this shirt, Lucy Tightbox. You can see her in that shirt. I haven't gone far enough, but I don't know if she wears anything different. But that's enough for you, right, Eric?
Absolutely. I mean, she's just lovely. She's absolutely perfect.
And Dwyer Christian agrees. Lucy is so tasty. So we appreciate that. Hey, we've got a super chat. Thanks for the $1.99. KFT. Hey, Jew boys. I can't believe this show is still on. Neither can I, KFT. Neither can I. Oh, by the way, Dwyer Christian's absolutely right. I should have cropped out Shuley from that picture. I don't know.
Look how little he is. Look at him. It looks fake. He's such a little shit. Look at that little fucker.
Well, I'm very pro Shuley, but his head does look like a third boob on Lucy, basically.
He's such a little buddy.
Hey, he's all of our little buddy. We have a he did the Lord's work over the weekend. Him and Carl and everybody. These Kate mini tapes of Stuttering John. I didn't think anything could top season 1. So everybody go check that out. And if you've already taken in the tapes, don't forget Hackamania, May 9th or 11th in Las Vegas. Hackamania.com. Promo code WATP. Save 10% on tickets. And go to whoarethese.com. Join the Patreon. Become a member on YouTube. You'll be able to watch WATP record live and get 2 bonus episodes every month, including last week's Jim Norton Opie fight the video, the analysis of that. So lots of great stuff over there. All right. I think we've gotten all of the bullshit out of the way. So I think that would tell me it's time to start off with news, but not just any kind of news. There's a lot of news out there. Let's get some local news.
WATB, who are these local news? Who are these local newscasters?
I don't know what in tarnation E-Rock was talking about last week. I think all of our jingles are still too low. I'm going to have to take time
What
to
does
make
he know? He doesn't know any.
Yeah. What's his background? What makes him think that he knows what's going on?
Take that shit.
So, Easy, you sent me a version of this. You sent me the video that's featured in this, but I found a news report that has an added element. This one, you'll know what it is when I say it. It's what we could call a grave mistake.
Oh.
So let's take a look at what happened.
Short steps. The pallbearers carried Benjamin Aviles to his final resting spot. As they began to lay down the casket, the platform above the burial site collapses, sending the men plunging into the burial hole.
It was just a horrible incident that happened.
So I don't know if it's a horrible incident. People got injured, but nobody died. We'll hear a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
I don't quite get this. This is someone who was there. So in her home, in the year 2025 of our Lord, she's wearing one of those blue surgical masks.
Right.
This isn't at the hospital where everybody's getting checked out. And I think in a hospital, there's different rules in different places. They'd be like, yeah, people could die in here if you cough on them. But she's I don't know. I haven't seen a chick really just rock one of those masks in her own home. I was surprised. There were like 5 or 6 on the airplanes I was on.
Well,
but do you think it's because she's a butterface? Is that probably the most
perhaps because she looks normal from the eyes up, but she's not even using it right. That metal piece is not bent.
That's true.
I don't know. Maybe she's sick or something, or she doesn't want anyone to know that she is associated with these fat fucks who were carrying that goddamn casket. Did you see that first fat fuck couldn't even move? The very first guy into the grave. He was doing like this little shuffle. This guy right there.
So we're watching him walk. He is definitely doing like the baby shuffle.
Yeah.
And then they bring it in over there.
It was all his fault. It was all his fault.
Yeah, I think that the whatever that platform is was constructed for normal sized humans.
Right.
And that guy came there. And well, let's hear what this lady has to say.
It was just a horrible incident that happened in a bad moment.
Aviles' stepdaughter, Maribel Rodriguez, says the men who fell into the hole all suffered injuries, mostly to their legs, hands, and back.
Okay, but there is a little bit of a kicker for what happens with this. Okay, so they got injuries. None of them serious, but people did get injured. But this is the best part of the story.
Aviles' son suffered the worst of it.
The casket laid on top of him, and he was out like a light. His face was in the mud.
So look, you got a chance to say goodbye to Dad one more time. What's the problem? You got your face in the mud. Dad was on top of you. I don't know. This is a grave mistake, but it also seems like a cemetery of comedy. What are your thoughts, Easy?
Well, I don't even know where to begin on this thing. I just picture one of my audience members talked about how the body is probably all like smashed to one side.
Yeah.
Like cheese on a pizza when it slides off your seat.
Yeah.
And just the idea that this funeral home or the cemetery, I don't know who's at fault here, but because of the scrutiny that has gone on with people watching this over and over, that's going to increase this into the tens of millions of dollars in the lawsuit.
Yes.
As soon as that level of humiliation is so bad that you have to wear a mask while you're on TV, I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars.
Yeah, and neither the funeral home nor the cemetery is taking any blame for this, and right there's the problem. I think that we are going to keep an eye on this story, Eric, because there will be a very large lawsuit, I think, to come. And it'll give us an excuse to play that fat guy waddle.
Yes, that we all win out on this.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly.
As many times as we get to see it, the better. Well,
I think that we're getting more mileage out of fat on this show lately than we are bears, dare I say, with Dank and then these slobs.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
There's a lot of amazing things that have come out of the show because of
and
fat.
in the little pre-show preamble, I had a clip from Nicole Byer from that Him and Hers podcast. We just didn't get to it last week. And she was talking about body positivity, but then also says, I don't like the word body positivity. And I was like, yeah, neither do I, honey. So we have that in common.
Of course you don't, because you don't have a positive body. Yours looks negative. You have a negative body.
I'm positive that I don't give a shit, though. I'm positive that I'm not going to do anything about it. So not everyone in that we show is going to be funny. And sometimes they're also not friendly for the audio listeners. There was an earthquake in San Diego yesterday. It was a 5.2. And that here, for people that don't really know earthquakes, you do take notice at that one. You're probably going to go right back to what you're doing. But the San Diego Zoo posted this video of how elephant earthquake. And I'm just going to mute it because they're just playing music under it. But as soon as the earthquake starts, they all herd together and asses up. And so you're going to see them before it happens. And again, over describing it for our audio audience. And you can see the camera shaking. So they're like, all right, I guess we're doing this. What they do is they put their Eric Zanes together. They put all their taints there and they try and protect the little ones. And I was like, well, this is amazing. I enjoyed seeing this. I don't know if you've seen this already.
No, I saw it too. I thought it was I didn't know that they did that these fuckers like try to protect the little one.
I know.
I thought it was a Dank DeMoss video at first.
Well, the interesting thing is that you could fit one of these into a lift, I think, easier than Dank, if I had to guess. But what do I know? All right. Well, last week, I promised you that we would revisit a fan favorite because it's been too long. So we have a visit from our crimson-haired vixen in Colorado Springs, Miss Julie Baker. Now, this comes from a feature on her Instagram. She's on Instagram and Julie Baker. And I follow her. She hasn't been on in a very long time, but she does a pretty much daily feature called Stupid News. And this comes from this. And I'm going to let EZ react to this in a vacuum. See if he has any thoughts on our gal, Julie Baker.
Yes, it is a cosmetic company. They'll sell you fingernail glue, fake fingernails. That's where I get my strip eyelashes. Apparently they make a nail glue that sort of looks like an eye drop bottle, and people have been confusing it for eye drops, and they're putting in their eyes. What happens? They glue their eyes shut. And it's happening so often that medical professionals have put out that warning. Stop doing this. Read the bottle. How am I supposed to read the bottle if my eyes are glued shut?
That's a good point, Julie.
Now, according to medical professionals, or at least what I read on the internet, if you realize that you use nail glue instead of eye drops, get to the bathroom ASAP. Scrub it out if you can. And if it's too late, go to the ER. How are you going to get to the ER? You're going to have to call a friend, okay? Because you cannot drive with your eyes glued shut. How do I know that? Not from personal experience, from common sense.
All right. So my first question to you is, easy. If everything was working for you below the belt, would you like to glue her eyes shut? And you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Someone said, love me a pale ginger. I mean, I do. I have one. So, I mean, that is true. That is definitely right in my wheelhouse.
Right.
But exactly. I can't anymore. I don't make jizz.
No, I know. And, look, the world's better for it. I think a world where you make jizz is not a place any of us want to live in.
Exactly.
So, how are you feeling about Julie? Is she back into the stable, or should it, you did roll your eyes when she was,
she is outstandingly cute in my opinion, but boy, nothing she says is in any way funny. It's just stupid.
JFK Head Chunk has the question. Wait, if there is glue in my eye, should I remove it? No, absolutely not. Just please leave it there. Dwyer Christian, look, I'm with you. I'm kind of transfixed by her. She's maybe a little corny. Okay, maybe a lot corny, but EZ back in the day would have eat the corn out of her shit. So, that's something to keep in mind. In any case, I was very excited to have a reason to do that. Now, EZ, I know that your household will be a little different than mine. How big a part of your life is the video game Minecraft?
It's not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I know my grandkids, used to be or it is. I don't know. But yeah, it's
well, I've got an almost 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. So Minecraft is huge. I did see the Minecraft movie opening weekend. So I was aware that they were very excited about a moment in that movie that has become a trend. I feel like this is the kind of thing that you've been covering on the Eric Zane show.
Oh, okay.
You're aware of what people
when
they go to the movies. But I want to make sure everybody's on the up and up. And when I don't understand something and I need it explained, I go to one place, Good Morning America. So we're going to let them explain this scene in the movie and what happens.
It's the latest rallying cry for millions of moviegoers.
Chicken Jockey!
Those two little words sending teenage fans of a Minecraft movie into a frenzy, resulting in screaming, popcorn throwing, and soda flying through the air. In at least one case, the police have gotten involved, escorting some of the offenders out of theaters.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about this. By the way, it was my son's favorite moment in the movie. This was, long before this had started. The first day, I was like, "What did you like?" He's like, "The chicken jockey," and it's kind of funny. The movie's not great, but you know what? It's for kids. So,
did you know that was going to happen when you was?
Well, no. I had no
Did you
idea. Freak
out? Did you think there was a shooter in the theater or some shit?
No, because none of that happened in my theater. That's what I'm saying. We went early enough where it didn't happen. And let's just say my neighborhood doesn't tend to have
no?
Like that go. No.
Okay.
But so they want to explain. GMA wants to explain. Yes, this is what would happen. Dwyer Christian says Bladt started holding his kid as a shield, but the one pun isn't chicken jockey a slur? Yeah, I don't know if we should be saying it as often as we are, Easy, but I'm just going to stick with it.
Oh, come on. If Jack Black said it, I mean, come on.
Yeah, some
it's cool.
There's a couple of things that people said. Dwyer Christian said Aquaman is fat. He does not look like Aquaman anymore. Chad's missing upper lip. This is really rude. I don't even get what that means. I don't understand that. Are you able to read that one? Because I don't get it.
It says Blatt's kid could barely see the movie. His eyes only opened so far.
Yeah, I don't.
Look,
I don't
they're only half Asian.
Yeah,
all right.
He's got regular eyes.
He's got regular eyes.
He's actually got white people eyes. Jack Black ruins everything. Calverton's Jack Hack. Thank you for that. We appreciate that.
By the way, this movie, remember when the guy tried to shoot Trump and Kyle Gass made the crack? Yep. And then Jack Black immediately said, "Oh, I'm horrified."
He canceled the Tenacious Detour. They were in Australia.
Yeah. I'll bet you he did this because he knew he'd get fired from doing the stupid movie.
Well, this movie was done, and it is definitely a franchise. And he's like, I got no time for this. Kyle Gass is smiling. And I did want to throw in Chad's missing upper lip. 2 chicken jockeys stole my truck. I don't even know what that means either. All right, so let's explain what this is.
What is a chicken jockey? The official definition, a child zombie who rides a chicken.
All right,
of course.
Seems to make sense.
That craze around chicken jockeys causing one movie theater in New Jersey to take matters into its own hands, instituting a new policy. Minors will now have to have a parent or responsible adult with them if they want to watch the film.
So my question is, how do they define a responsible adult?
Right.
The first thing that comes to mind, and this is going to be a little controversial, white. That's the first thing I'm thinking. That's what they mean when they say responsible adult. I think the chat will let us know some other things, but I'm not quite sure. Oh no, Dwyer Christian. Hey, teens, hire me as your adult supervisor. No, don't do that. You don't want Dwyer Christian around. And JFK head chunk. Do you know what that means? I don't know what a porch chicken
jockey. I've heard of something that's different. You'd have to replace the word jockey.
This is my problem with that theater doing that, because Cyberspace Cosmonaut says, I'll take kids to the theater free, no strings attached. And of course, the great Uncle Paul is drooling. No, you had to bring your own kids to the movie.
Yeah, that's a lot of weird kid references here.
There's a lot of weird stuff in there. And I don't know why Easy put that on the screen, but let's try to.
I was getting a drink of water, you asshole. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The Township Theater in Bergen County, writing in a statement.
This is near where I grew up, by the way.
Engaged in completely unacceptable behavior, including vandalism. They also received multiple complaints from other moviegoers who were trying to enjoy the film with their families.
The manager called us and said that the theater was in bad shape. He said, well, it's a terrible mess.
Okay.
There is lotion squirted all over the place.
Okay. And that's why I have these two on here. I'm sorry. Why is there lotion in this theater? Is this tying directly into everyone in our chat offering to take teens to the movie?
Yeah, I don't know. You won't know until you taste it. And that's what she probably did.
So the one pun, Jared Fogle wishes he wasn't in jail. It would be like Mardi Gras for him. And Chad's missing upper lip says Zane would take kids and put a hole in his popcorn bucket. That's not going to work for Zane anymore.
Yeah.
You're not able to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
You cocksuckers got to put some goddamn money on these jokes, you dumb fucks. You think we're doing this shit for free?
Yeah, listen to Zane. I thought he was going to be a no-show today.
God damn it.
And we've got people like OCP becoming a YouTube member. Thank you, OCP. We talked about some of the deals that you'll get. All right. So if you hear about this and you're like, oh, this throwing a temper tantrum and making a mess in a movie theater sounds really corny. Who would do that? Well, it's a big problem in Provo, Utah.
Chicken Jockey.
When the chicken jockey scene came on, that's when everything just broke loose.
And by the way, this is a Utah 7.5, this girl right here.
God.
So listen, they're going to take it to the next level. And that's why I'm staying on the chicken jockey for a moment.
There was popcorn flying through the air. There was confetti cannons being blown off. And then a live chicken was in our theater.
At the chicken jockey scene, I just stopped the movie.
So this guy's a projectionist. And by the way, he is a Utah 9, this guy.
House lights came on really quick, and then they were all asked to leave.
A viewer sent us this video of a crowd of people with what appears to be someone holding up the chicken outside the theater Tuesday night. This married couple tells me it's unlike anything they've seen before.
What I love is that these two are actually together. And that's why this is the most amazing story. I don't know much about Utah. I watched that show Sister Wives a little bit, but this seems like, prom king and prom queen.
Oh, yeah. She's got several sister wives. He's got multiples.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so at theaters in this area, they show it in a second. They actually put a warning on the screen, and they let everyone know that, like, look, we're not squares. We're aware of the TikTok trends associated with a Minecraft movie. Please know that those who disrupt our guests and damage our theater will be escorted out of the theater immediately by police. We will press charges for any damage to our property. Now, to me...
So wait a minute. Let me jump in there. Do they throw that portion in that, like, inserted into the scene right at the beginning?
Before the movie. So if you get there late,
okay,
you're not going to realize the...
All right. So I'm wondering if they're now at the screenings of this movie, they're like having people that are there, and then they start kicking ass as soon as the kids start to fucking lose their minds.
Well, I'm not quite sure. There is some more footage that they have in this, and we could just kind of talk over it. So to me, this says everything that you need to know about Utah. You know, they can't drink coffee there. They're not supposed to have caffeine. I mean, I'm talking about the Mormons. Obviously, other people who live there can. They have lower alcohol content. This is what happens when you don't let yourself have any fun. You're like, well, fuck it. I'm going to bring a live chicken to the Minecraft movie, and we're going to hold it up in the air. We're not even going to sacrifice it. I'm just going to hold it up,
No.
So.
Well, I guarantee you that chicken's asshole is like the size of a coffee can opening right now. These sick Mormon fucks. Jesus Christ.
You're probably right about that. So, yeah. And, well, I hope everybody enjoyed it, but Zane was onto something. I don't see any super chats coming in, so I'm going to move on.
Yeah. I saw, it looks like
there's one.
Media.
Okay, good.
It. I don't even know what that is. 2 pounds.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
€2. Dame Taft offered up a super sticker. So fun. I love Dame Taft's voicemail messages.
Yeah, we've had some really good ones from our buddy Dame Taft. And we absolutely appreciate that. I got a couple other local news things that we haven't been able to get to the last couple weeks. I definitely want to get to this one because it's the return of a friend that we haven't seen in a while. I'm, of course, talking about Atlanta Braves mascot Blooper. And we haven't had Blooper on in a while. This was opening day in Atlanta. And he's, you can see what he's up to.
Last year, it was like 42 degrees. We could see our breath. It was freezing. Not this year. We're in the upper 60s right now. Oh,
Just
no.
staring at her.
Look who's behind me. The one, the only. Blooper is going to be out here. Listen, he doesn't even need pants because it's so warm. All right, we're going to be in the upper 80s. Blooper, this is a PG show. Put your shirt down. We're not flashing anybody out.
Yeah. So, I guess they didn't air the part where he started jerking off to this.
Oh my
reporter.
God.
But I love that he lifted his shirt up, So, it's not amazing, but I love Blooper so much.
It's true. Him, and whenever he gets together for mascot football, it's again my favorite thing. Seeing him truck the kids.
Yeah. Also, opening day here in Los Angeles, there was a new item on the menu at Dodger Stadium. I'm going to let my buddy EZ, who I know hasn't seen this, I'm going to let you describe what's going on here.
Okay, she's eating this enormous hot dog with this big curved wiener. Oh, that's at least 2 feet of cock. I love sausage. Yeah, that's why they made that. They made that just so people could eat that like that.
Yeah.
Just feed it into their mouth.
By the way, her technique is very gentle to start. You notice that she doesn't really dig her teeth in. And
Right.
I think that hot dog really appreciates the fact that she's not digging into it, So in any case, we spend a lot of time seeing what's going on with our friends in the Fox Philadelphia morning show. It was also opening day there in Philly, and I have kind of gone out of my way to not learn these two's names. I probably should at some point, but there's of course, the female African-American host and the guy who wishes he looked as good as Zane as the other host.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what? It's really not even raining.
It is. Listen.
Oh, no.
Listen.
This is black girl problems.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a little more to this than that, but there is definitely a market where you can be this older white gentleman with your female black co-host and say these are black girl problems, and you still have your job the next day. And believe me, he still has his job.
Fuck yeah, that's remarkable.
Yeah, I know. So there's something to be said for Philly, is what I'm saying. And it was
She reacted like playfully. Maybe she didn't know it was coming or something. I don't know.
I don't know. This guy's always pretty playful.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
And even a little bit of moisture is
Just
not
a little
good.
bit?
So if you need another reason to watch today, watch my hair.
He then starts poking her in the face with his foam finger, which we all know what that looks like, Easy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's a big red foam cock.
Change. You don't see that rain?
No, it's spitting a little bit.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So I will have this on. Oh, the rain is coming down a little bit more.
I can go without it.
Well, I can't.
He's showing off.
No, not the way this hair is set up. Oh,
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
So look, they have fun over there. They're mildly harassing, a little bit less mild in their racial overtones, but God damn it, they have fun there in Philly, don't they, Easy?
They sure do. They sure do. I'm a little disgusted because I think that guy's actually younger than me.
Oh, well, he's not more handsome than you.
I don't know about that.
I mean, should I bring up his hair again and put you side by side with him? No,
I don't know. I think he looks kind of, I think we look, it's 1 and 1A.
Well, I've got another clip of him for next week, so don't worry.
All right.
We can dive right into it. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of waiting to show off any Bears. I was waiting for the super chats to start rolling in. I'm more than a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, everybody. So you know what? Maybe we just did a dog shit show today. Maybe we should just end it right now.
It's not done. There's plenty more to go. You're giving up too early. These fuckers always are good in the back half, and that's okay.
That is okay. Well, I'm going to move it over to politics. Maybe we'll get some time for Bears, but we do have some stuff that I'm very excited to share.
Who are these politics?
So there's a few things we need to look at here, but the thing that I have to start with is our number one political correspondent that we like to focus on this show is our buddy Peter Doocy from Fox News Channel. And he had something really wild happen on the White House lawn when he was doing a live shot. And I was worried about our boy here, but let's see how this goes.
The water. What bodies of water are they talking about?
That is a great question, Ainsley. I am learning about this on Truth Social, like a lot of people this morning, and so we can get. I don't want to say the wrong water, but it's 1.3 million acres.
Well, we already have the Gulf of America.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Peter, I appreciate.
A
bird just landed on my head.
Okay, we got to go back to that because unfortunately it didn't happen when he was in the wide shot. It's when he's in like the little sideways rectangle box. But let's see.
We already have the Gulf of America.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Peter, I appreciate. A bird just landed on my head.
Did you see how he flies back? Did you see how the bird flies back?
Yes.
Though?
If he had the sensibility to not, that would have. Can you imagine if he just sat there and just didn't move an inch?
And it took a shit on his head.
Oh, which
I mean, how great would that be for this show? I don't care about for Fox.
Right.
What is going on? What was that about? I did not like that at all.
Boy, he had an opportunity and he blew it.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, he could have done a lot of things with this.
If he stayed calm, I mean, they'd think he's got some type of fucking power.
I think the thing to do is to not even acknowledge that there's a bird on your head. Now, look, it would probably freak you out. I get it. I've never been on live TV when a bird lands on my head. But for him to just kind of be like, what are you guys talking about? What bird on my head? Play it that way. But no, he's definitely a little thrown off by this.
Standing up now.
I mean, you got good hair, though.
What is going on? That's probably so dirty.
I had to be scared.
No.
It's probably so dirty.
Right.
Did he say dirty?
Dirty.
Scary.
All of a sudden, somebody believes in bird flu.
Hey, President Trump, if you're watching upstairs, we got to do something about these birds.
Absolutely.
Where's the Park Service?
Where the park? He laid
they're
them all
always
off.
out here sweeping the street and blowing.
They don't work there anymore.
The Park Service got doged. Let's move on. Yeah. Well, he's trying to figure it out.
Except when the birds are landing on my head.
Oh my God.
Right.
Hope it didn't have the flu. That's right.
Oh,
yeah, great. Yeah.
Thanks, Peter.
Can we get the shampoo guy down here?
All right, Peter, shut up.
Get some 10X.
So do you like him less now because he didn't handle that the way that we would have wanted him to?
Such a cornball.
Yeah. Well, this comes up later that day in the White House briefing room. This is a different reporter.
So a bird earlier attacked my colleague Peter Doocy doing a live shot at
I'm wondering
the White
if
House.
that's why Peter is absent from the seat. Is he doing okay?
He's recovering.
Has anyone checked on him?
He's recovering. Is anyone looking into that incident?
I could check in with GSA to see if anybody here is looking into it. I also understand there was a mouse in the briefing room earlier today, so I'm hoping somebody checked in on that, as I'm hoping it doesn't run up here and distract me. That would be a good way for all of you to distract me, actually. Have a mouse come run up here.
Well, I have always heard that elephants are terrified of mice, so that would probably make sense, Carolyn. So yeah,
I am confused by her because she's cute but dresses like my grandma.
Yeah, and
it's not, and she's not like that one smoke show that Trump had before.
No, yeah, she's on Fox News. That she's on Outnumbered. I forget her name for a
right,
moment, but yeah. No, I think that having just been in Nashville for most of the last week, I do believe that she has been blessed with a honky tonk badonka-donk, unfortunately, and that does speak to some in the crowd. She also has like a much older husband.
Okay,
so I think that only adds to the allure. Hughesy Entertainment. Thanks for the $5. We appreciate any contributions from the great Adam Hughesy, the H-Man Hughes. I don't know why I don't see that in the super chats.
He writes, okay, it's just written as if there's a tariff on bean, say that, sign up for some 100%. Am I retarded?
He means being gay. If there's a tariff on being gay, that sign up for some 100. Hughesy, I love you. I thank you for the $5. I'm actually not sure what he's saying.
Okay.
You know what, Hughesy? The only way I'm going to understand that, you're going to have to give us another 5 pounds.
And I hope you're healthy.
Yeah,
I know you had some experience, some issues.
Oh, his gout? Yeah, no.
That's no joke.
Yeah, no. His foot was definitely something to behold. Anyway, we appreciate, Husey almost got an emergency call from me when I wasn't sure if you'd gotten up from your nap, by the way.
Oh my God.
And this is the first he's hearing about it. All right, look, over the last year, I've been incredibly outspoken on this show, and it is something that I've never been wavering in. JD Vance is an absolute dipshit. 1,000%. And people like to try to make the argument, well, he's better than Tim Waltz would have been. Maybe you're right, but he's still a fucking moron. He's still an idiot. He still doesn't know how to order a goddamn donut. And, just whatever. Just go ahead and put him in a box. Donut lady. He's a character from a Brian Regan bit. So that does not change in this moment from yesterday that I've partially named the show after. And yes, I named the episode this. I'm not going to lie. I'm very proud of the realization that I came up with. The fact that this moment can only be called uh-oh.
Just 1 second now. You're seeing the picture on your screen. That effectuate, by the way, is a key word. Let's take this shot full for a moment, and let's just see what happens there. What did the vice president drop over there? Did anybody see that? Did he drop the trophy? Oh, come on.
He sure did. So we're gonna look back at that. I just wanted to get a description for our audio audience before we rewound. So this is the national championship trophy. They're heading there on the White House. Trump's having a great time, and JD Vance is an alumni, a proud Ohioan. He is a Buckeye through and through, and don't give him anything to hold that might break, because you see it. He's had it for not even a second. The other guy's still holding it.
It's not his fault.
It's not JD's fault?
No. It's those guys who grabbed the actual trophy part of it.
All right.
I don't think they are aware that that thing fits into the pedestal.
All right, let me ask you an important question. If the guys standing next to him looked more like me and you and less like Dave Chappelle, would you have a different opinion on this?
No, you asshole. You're just trying. Hey, I've got enough going against me. I've got the local American Legion is trying to beat my ass. This is bullshit. No, that thing was supposed to fit in the It does fit in the pedestal. And I think that those two guys who might be players, they grabbed that fucking thing. And then when the weight left from, then Ding Dong dropped it. That's what happened.
He definitely drops it.
Idiot.
Yes.
But he was thrown off because these assholes fucking took the trophy part out of it. And then Ryan Day, see Ryan Day has to and why is this one guy 3 feet tall? Look at the guy right in front.
The guy right there in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch the News Nation was talking about something else, but this is why this is my favorite version of this clip, because they covered it live and didn't realize what had happened, so they keep talking about it.
Drop over there. Did anybody see that? Did he drop the trophy? Oh, come on, Mr. Vice President. He's on the left side of the screen, just as we're going back to it live.
He's like, I just got the trophy now. Look at this.
Graduate himself, by the way, class of 09. There's
Even that's
undergraduate
really
work
awkward.
there. Let's listen. Is there audio? I'm sure Trump's getting on him about this. No? It's just music? Oh, jeez. So anyway, the president's posing there with his Buckeye helmet and number 47 jersey that's being presented to him. It looked like the vice president went over to pick up the national championship trophy, and the thing I thought he slipped, but the thing slipped, so never a dull moment. So that's happening live at the White House, and it does not appear as if there'll be necessarily any questions on, trade or anything else. So let's make that now a final. Give the trophy back, Mr. Vice President, so you don't drop it. All right,
exactly.
Now let's make that the last thing to you.
This guy he's talking to.
I just caught that out of the corner of my eye.
I don't know what's more awkward, Vance, the way he holds it, or this douche talking, trying to describe it to the world.
Well, it's all right, because his guest is going to be an A-list, top-notch ad-libber.
It's the Ohio State grad, too. I think he
normally you want the vice president to be a safe pair of hands, but maybe he was not in that particular.
Speaking of Husey, that's him in only 20 years. That's right. Enjoy your hair while you've got it.
Yeah.
So look, I love that happened, and maybe not everybody else does, but Easy, we seem to have a slight difference of opinion here. But you know, you're not willing to take away from the fact that he is a dipshit, though. So
he is, and you know, maybe he'd had something to do with it. Someone even pointed out, wrong, Easy. Vance picked the whole thing up, didn't know it was two pieces. The other player saved it.
Yeah,
there's a better shot out there. So maybe that's just the way I saw it. Thank you to Mike for the $2 super sticker. Hughesy's back. He says, you know how many times I've gotten drunk since I recovered from gout? 69.
Fuck yeah!
Thank you, Hughesy. You're a good man.
You get a bell for that. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
And then the one punt says 2 more from a pour. Thanks for the laughs, boys. As usual, this show, you guys start out slow. You start to warm up a little bit, and that's great. Thank you.
Looks like we're starting to rally. You know what would be funny? You know, we've got like 100 people almost watching. What if every one of you each kicked in $5 and then we would be able to knock out the goal and we'd have to stop worrying about it. We could just have fun. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, memberships, gifted memberships, Cash App. I've got that now because I had to pay Frenchie Hanna, you know. So look, yeah, just send us money. No, it's fine.
I hate that so much.
I know. So another one of our favorites on this show is the great Megyn Kelly. Talk about eating corn out of somebody's shit. Megyn Kelly is probably at the top of that list for our buddy Easy.
Yep,
right here.
yep. Old, hot.
Yeah, exactly. So I love pulling clips from her show. She makes me laugh a lot of times when she's intending to, but also when she doesn't. This is one of those intended ones. So she is reacting to Secretary of State and canine murderer Christi Noem, and she said that in her book. She's owned up to it. That's not alleged. She's killed dogs. So here she is cosplaying and pretending to be an ICE agent. And that kind of stolen valor does not sit well with our gal Megyn Kelly.
To glamorize the mission and put yourself in the middle of it as you cosplay ICE agent, which you're not. I can't stand these photo ops, you guys. I think they diminish ICE. They diminish DHS, CPB. She's not an agent. She is an administrative policy person appointed by Trump because she was very loyal to him. Fine. But stop with the glam. I mean, she looks like I look right now, but she's out in the field with her gun being like, we're going to go kick some ass. No one wants you there. First of all, nobody ever wants the extra lady who doesn't actually belong.
Megyn Kelly's making some real sense right there. She's making a lot of sense.
No, she isn't. She's fucking pissed off because she's jealous as fuck. This is what happens when two hot old chicks get together. This is all venom and straight fucking fire, and I'm here for it. Noem probably got pounded by those two guys. I like how the gun barrel was pointed right at the guy's head. What an idiot. She has no idea what the fuck she's doing, but I don't give a shit because she looks fantastic. I say more Christi Noem, and I say more mad Megyn Kelly. Holy shit, this is great.
Yeah,
look at her. What a babe.
So do you think that they seized her southern border moments after this picture was taken?
Yes. There was 2 in her at once from these 2 studs right here. Holy shit. Yeah. And I'm in the chair watching.
Yeah. By the way, that leads into the narrative that you called those 2 guys studs. So Ohio State is not the only champion to recently visit the White House. The Los Angeles Dodgers were actually there. And this time, Trump was smart enough to keep J.D. Vance away from the entire affair so that he didn't, break Ohtani's kneecap or something. But there's a couple of moments that are pure Trump that I want to share.
A couple of senators here, I just don't particularly like them, so I won't introduce.
So right there. I mean, what do you like better than that? And it's California, so they're definitely Democratic senators. So
right.
We love that right there. And it gets the pop he wants.
Over the course of this amazing season, the members of this team.
Wasn't there? Do you remember?
Sorry, hang on a second. Yeah.
Do you remember in the 2016 to 2020 Trump era, wasn't there a string of teams that opted not to go to the White House?
Yeah, I think that's true. There were
now they love it. It's like, what's happened?
I don't know, but there are definitely a few people on the Dodgers that I was surprised were there. There's a few that I was.
They don't give a shit anymore.
I knew Max Muncy was going to be there.
I don't think they give a fuck. I think for whatever reason, this is no longer an issue.
Yeah.
And whatever, I don't give a fuck if it is or it isn't.
By the way, speaking of Max Muncy, Trump has a new boyfriend.
Arms are very strong when I touch them. I'm used to shaking politicians and hitting their arm, and it's like Jello. And now it's like steel. All the.
Okay.
It would be okay if you gave me a bear hug. It'd be a great bear hug. Don't let go, Max. Just hang on tight. So, look, Trump is best off the cuff, and we know that. We just saw it when he said the thing about the senators. You put a speech in front of him that he's never read before, it's got to be good, and he'll be fine. He loses his place in this one, though, and he doesn't recover.
Face down adversity. You entered the playoffs battered and bruised, but not broken. When you ran out the healthy arms, you ran out of really healthy. They had great arms, but they ran out. It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular. And
it's called sports.
It's baseball in particular.
In particular.
So wait, you don't think he recovered nicely there, Easy?
Yeah, thanks for pointing out. It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular. Yeah. Those words have never been said in that order before in the this moment right here.
Exactly.
Pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular, but the starting rotation. If you look at what.
Yeah. So anyway, I forgot that was the end of that. So fun okay with a super sticker. Shohei Ohtani, the Japanese superstar. We'll get to him in a moment because we have another superstar. That's all right.
Yes.
Pop culture dumpster. Thanks for the $5. Hot chick with the hair and shoulder pads. Megyn Kelly looks like a guest star on Newhart.
Well,
I mean,
full of that show's known for hot chicks. So
yeah, I liked those 3 hot chicks, Larry, Daryl, and their other sister, Daryl. Those girls were all really hot on that show. Oh, what? That's not a cutting edge reference? A show that went off the
Daryl and Daryl.
Well, because I didn't have Trump's speech in front of me.
All
right. So Ohtani gets to meet the president in the Oval Office. He smiles. He's got something for him. You want a Congressional Medal of Honor? How about 2?
Hey.
You're an amazing athlete in person.
I have no idea what you just said, sir. So that's my favorite part is he's like, go take a picture with the Declaration of Independence. He's like, I don't know what that is. My country doesn't have one of those. So here he is. There's Ohtani. And he's like, I don't know what this thing was that he gave me. He gave me like an Al Goldstein from Screw Magazine medallion. I'm not really sure. By the way, the instant that he touched Trump's hand, his contract was devalued by $700 million. So sorry, Ohtani. It's just the state of the world right now. That joke would have been funnier last week before all the tariffs got lifted, like we all knew they would. But all right, so not everybody is happy, like you're saying. It's not a big deal. I couldn't find the I don't know what that means. I couldn't find the original of this video, but there's a guy reacting to a TikTok video. Someone is upset, maybe, about the Dodgers going to the White House.
I'm crashing the fuck out because tell me why are the Dodgers going to the White House? Take this fucking shit off. Take this fucking shit off. I fucking can't. Benny, give me that fucking shirt. Give me.
So she yanks the shirt off of her dog, and we're watching this. There's a guy who's watching this TikTok who's just kind of gesturing and kind of looking around.
Fuck Ohtani. Fuck Freeman. Fuck Mookie. Fuck Kike. Fuck Banda. I don't give a fuck.
Didn't know your wife was such a fan.
She might have been upset that day for a different reason.
Fucking days, Dodgers, count your fucking days.
Oh my God!
I can't fucking breathe. I'm fucking shaking. Shut up. Shut up. I don't fucking fucking care who is in charge. I don't fucking care what is the fucking tradition. I don't fucking care. It's all fucking stupid and I fucking hate you guys.
So I don't want to take the time to play the whole bullshit or not because we've got limited time this week. Do you think that's real, the way that this chick's reacting? Because I do, but it's kind of because I want to. But I do think she ripped the shirt in the perfect way where you didn't.
Yeah.
Really
No, there's no way she could just rip that unless it was made in a Japanese sweatshop, if that is such a thing. And I don't think it is. But no, she's just trying to do something silly for TikTok. She probably loves Trump.
Yeah. Well, this is one that you sent to me, and I had to check with our buddy Carl to make sure we could play this one. This is, I guess, the best way to describe this is a moment where two people with very different opposing viewpoints come together and have a calm and rational conversation out on the streets of New York City. A pro-life activist being approached to an abortion rights supporter.
The one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you?
She just walks off.
You have
And when I tell you I looked for this without all the beeps, I spent so much time. I wanted it so badly. But okay, but there's more.
Oh my god.
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Hit him glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked her up bad. That's ugly.
By the way, I'm gonna just guess what happened. No, that she should not have been treated that way by anyone, just especially over, politics. Who gives a shit? You did say murdering babies, so you might have been like, that's 20 minutes of probably talking a little bit more rational. So I think when you say that, be like, fuck you. What do I need all this bullshit?
Right. It was probably like a slow burn, and then that chick just threw that stiff right, and then she just ate it. That was a bad sucker punch.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, and Easy, you found that for me. And are there any thoughts you have before we move on? I think it's just good, clean American fun. Brian Workman, these are the, I don't know what
that means.
I don't know what a Hedo Joblin is. I can't pronounce that word.
Yeah, I didn't.
That Kumia warned you about.
Okay.
It's possible.
I don't know what that even means.
Yeah.
If it's Kumia, though, it's probably good. It's probably not
he
racist.
had Jimmy Norton in studio on Sunday. So
Kumia would never say anything racist.
He might be a little bit less likely this month than he was 2 months ago. Let's put it that way. All right. So plenty more politics to look at in the future, but we got to hit some sports.
Who are these sports? You know what I'm saying? Who are these sports? Let's see who's playing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what society.
Well, to be fair, I do know what you're saying. And, we had so much fun with E-Rock, Eric Nagel last week. We ran out of time for some clips that I really wanted to show. And I'm not going to lie, there's nothing that I wanted to watch with you and E-Rock last week more than a little mishap to the USA sailing team.
Other than Nathan Outridge. Oh, what timing by the Germans there. He had the... Oh, look at the back run! Oh, my goodness! Oh, they flipped the... Oh, my Lord! Disaster! Oh, I hope no one's hurt in that. That was a disaster. They flipped the wing the wrong way there.
I mean... we spent so much time looking for clips of this show, and then it just on Instagram, this just falls into my lap that the boat capsizes, and instantly all these people, apparently no one's strapped in because they don't think that this is going to happen. So they all just fall into the drink, as they say. Some of them land on the little net, but even then they're just hanging on. And it's one of my favorite videos.
That'll definitely slow your time down in the race, in the sailing race.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is why you don't put money on sailing.
My God, between that and that helicopter going down with that family of 5.
Yeah. All right. So I don't have any jokes for that. So maybe next week if you guys want to tune in for that. So I have this. So Pittsburgh Steelers beat writer Mark Caboli, he denies that he was sleeping through this media availability for Steelers coach Mike Tomlin. And I'll let you, the audience, and Eric Zane decide. You tell me if this guy on the left is asleep.
Anytime you experience something with somebody, there's growth and acknowledge in that regard. And certainly, the way he smiled in the face of adversity and delivered for us was significant. But not that I was shocked by
what we're hearing doesn't matter at all.
His framework of capabilities.
So
we're excited about having him back. Not only
it does remind me of our buddy Mike Francesa. There's a great clip of him when he fell asleep during a call, and you see him wake back up. So this is where his eyes are the most likely to indicate that he's asleep. Do you think he's asleep or just retarded? Eric Zane, your answer.
Well, his eyes are fluttering. I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's just bored.
Yeah. That's what he said. And he didn't call Tomlin out. He's like, look, I've been to a lot of press conferences. It's a lot of the same topics.
Right.
So I wasn't as focused as I normally would have been. So let us know in the chat what you think about that.
I like Ape Shit Media writes, is that AI Peter Griffin?
That's true. That could definitely be. There should have been a hysterical cutaway of something that Peter did another time to get himself in trouble. So we had blooper a little while ago, but another member of the Braves, the Atlanta Braves broadcast team, was, I think this is just last night, in Toronto, doing the Lord's work. So he goes up to some rooftop bar there at the stadium, and he is tasked with a very important mission. And we will open it now.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. It happens.
We're on a rooftop. Who do we got here? What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Lawrence, all right.
And I'm Kayla.
Lawrence.
Kayla, and you guys
He goes
hang out at the
Lawrence.
Rooftop Lounge often?
Yeah. She doesn't look like a Lawrence. She does look like a Lauren. And Kaylee McEnany. This girl's name's Kayla. That's the hot chick we were talking about who used to be Trump's press secretary.
Yes.
Hotter than either of these two. I'm just gonna put that on record.
And I'm Kayla.
Kayla, and you guys hang out at the Rooftop Lounge often?
Okay.
That's a
So
pickup line.
you come around here often. That's where he starts. Okay.
Once a year, I come out to visit.
Okay, well, we timed it pretty well. All right, good. How are you guys feeling about rooting for the Braves today?
Oof, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
What about you? Are you a Braves fan now?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way.
Go to work.
So he's going to go to work up here, which I think we know what that means. But the guys in the booth, they're like, no. We don't have time for you to go to work.
Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to
That's
get the
right.
numbers.
Well, yeah, he
That's
does
right.
have that. Well, that's right, Riley. All right. So, but he's listen to what he's got to say. This clip is lower than it sounded yesterday. So, but let's listen.
Good luck the rest of the way. Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to get the numbers. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Get us some more Braves fans.
All right, so they want me to get your number.
What a great move that is. He's
Yeah.
like, they want me to get.
They want you to get my
I'm dead serious. They're saying in my ear right now. She doesn't believe me because she thinks you guys
Okay, I
are.
think they like
are
him.
not, I'm making this up.
Well, let's
Even if
see.
you guys weren't, I might use that in the future. That's actually a pretty good move.
Face it.
This is unbelievable.
So the best part of this right now is that Wiley could totally be faking it. This might be the new move.
Didn't
Just
even
walk
care
around
about the
with a
game.
FanDuel microphone and an earpiece in and convince fans that they're actually on TV.
I should have thought of this years ago.
But look,
I am speechless.
he gets her number.
Yep.
So it's all worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
I don't know if you saw there was follow-up to this. There was some reporter,
Oh no, I didn't see this.
some chick reporter,
Oh boy.
and
Uh-oh.
her take was, if this had been a girl doing this with 2 guys, everyone would have said she's a slut and a piece of shit. And I'm like, I don't know that they would have. It was, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Not everything has to be that way.
Yeah.
I always hate it when people say everything is sexist just to be sexist. I don't think at all that anybody would have thought that. That's
No,
ridiculous.
I think it's hysterical. And
I mean, if he had been a pig, And then they were like, said, yeah, good job. And then, all right, now you got somewhere to go. But he was fine. I mean, there was nothing wrong with that. And besides, I think that chick might have gotten some dick later on.
Yeah, well, and if he's able to tell those guys that he was able to turn that into a threesome, then God bless him. The tournaments are long over, so I got to make sure I get this in this week because this clip has been burning a hole in my laptop for a while. Women's basketball female coach of LSU's women basketball team, Kim Mulkey, is asked a question. Yeah.
What a pig.
With KLSU Sports. Coach, it's the second straight year you guys get eliminated in the Elite Eight. Yeah.
Terrible or is that good?
Terrible.
How many Final Fours you play in?
None.
So it's probably pretty good, huh?
Oh, shut up.
All right.
He's not a basketball coach, you stupid bitch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to play in a bunch. And the gang at First Take on ESPN weighed in on this.
I'm not going to take away from the fact that Kim Mulkey is a great coach and an established coach. We just need to finally say this about her. She's very rude. She's very rude.
You think?
She's very, very rude.
Yes, very condescending.
I mean, she's rude, she's condescending, and unnecessarily so to too many people. But it's always with the right one. See, she don't go up to the wrong ones like that. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like she knows, Shannon, who to do that to and who not to do that to. Because certain people you do that to, they're going to clap back at you. But she is a phenomenal coach, one of the best ever.
Okay, I'm going to jump in.
Yes, please.
Even though in the last time I talked about, that lady saying that was misogynistic of the reporter to do, but it wasn't. How many times this is the opposite take? Because they're sitting like Stephen A is bitching about her being rude. And yes, she is. But I mean, how many times have we heard a dude coach act like an asshole and no one says shit about it?
It's a great point. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, he's got his game face on. He's a tough guy. Oh, yeah, that's the way you do it. You are. So you're right. Kim Mulkey's a bitch, but so are all those other asshole coaches who get all bent out of shape. Fuck
and
them
I
all.
love to play the asshole guy coaches too. It's all fun to have for this show.
Right.
I've got one other remnant from the tournament. This is Florida Gators guard. His name is Bennett Anderson. So he's having a post-game interview with a reporter named Talia Baya. And this went viral. You're going to have to really watch it for our video audience because there's a moment where people watching this felt like he absolutely fell in love with this reporter and can't concentrate on what she's saying.
Okay, that was huge. I just want to know how.
But by the way, the look in his eyes, I think he already loves this girl, but let's keep watching.
Why
it's
is
mostly
he
his
seated?
body.
Why is he sitting?
I don't. Well, probably because he's got wood. I mean, if I had to guess, Zane, that's most likely.
Your bucket, that was huge.
Really
I just want to know how was the trip here and how's the energy going into that game?
Trip's been awesome. Energy was good. We were excited. We didn't play as well as we wanted to in the last couple rounds, so I think the whole team was ready to get out there and show who we've been all season. So.
And when you step out on the court, I think you can tell there's just a huge shift in energy. The bench is going crazy, and then you make a bucket like that. Walk me through how that felt, and so forth and so forth.
Yeah. By the way,
So
she's
forth,
terrible.
so forth.
She's a terrible reporter.
Tell me about that so forth and so forth.
So
and the South Carolina and with the Iraq.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, felt amazing. I was just ran after the rebound. There's no reason for me to get back on defense at that point in the game, so I'm just trying to get the rebound. And then I thought that dude was going to jump for trying to block it, but he didn't really jump, so I just laid it in. It was
So he made her laugh, and
crazy. Yeah.
And so what do you plan on bringing to the court for the next game on Saturday?
You and the other U.S.
Big Elite
Americans.
Well, hopefully these guys take care
What
of
do you
business so I
plan
can
on
play
bringing
again.
to the
Hopefully
court?
get another bucket.
My huge
Good luck.
thong.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah,
Look at him.
she needs a little work. She's holding that mic all weird. Everything is awkward about her.
Yeah, well,
Needs a little more work.
She's the college basketball correspondent for I don't know, I guess Cougar TV or
All right.
something. I'm not quite sure, but she is on the prowl. All right, well, everybody in the chat has earned this. Where before we get to voicemails, we have a quick visit.
WATV, who are these bears? Who are these bears?
General Ocean Wolf, Tukey World Order, TWO from the Tukey Taliban, $2. Hey, yo, here's some damn money, you tyrants. All right. Well, clearly he wanted to earn back some bears. This is not an audio-friendly clip. We'll do our best to talk about it, but I saw this and it was great. So we've got a bear. I guess it's worth pointing out a black bear who is looking over the railing and he sees a trash can. So he's going to go to work. Maybe I can pull this through. I guess they don't teach physics in his school district. He's got, well, or
not the smartest bear.
No, but maybe a strong enough bear.
Wow.
Because he just rips the whole railing off and he's like, all right. And he looks around because this isn't his first bear rodeo. He's looking and he's like, all right. And I feel like I'm going to pull this off, you know? And so I love that he just pulls the railing down.
Yeah, and then he kind of just looks around and waits. I'm guessing the next thing he did was got the garbage, but all right.
Well, looking for a version of this with commentary, I came across some other bear classics here.
Florida just channeled his inner Yogi Bear and made a smarter than average move. Look at this. Okay, so we see a lot of videos of bears going through the trash, making a mess, but this bear has home training. Okay, look, he said, I'm gonna put the bin upright, I'm gonna wheel it over to the back of the house, I'm gonna gently tip it over, and I'm gonna choose what I like to eat.
Yeah, so he tips it over.
Home training.
And then he's
Brett
like,
Longo
right.
shared this video. He says the greatest part is that his wife had thrown out some homemade lasagna the night before, right?
Okay.
And the bear passed on that. Instead, the bear said, I want this Arby's beef and cheddar sandwich wrapper.
Okay, so what this guy said is like, yeah, this is a really funny video because my wife is a really shitty cook.
Right. And both those bears are now dead.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's his first picnic.
Huh?
Oh,
Because she said Yogi. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh wait, there's a reason.
Cornball.
All right, I've got one last one. This is again without the commentary, but this is a very determined mama bear. So this is a bear-proof trash can, and this bear has taken it into the street. The bear is biting it. It's raining. Somebody's filming this through their windshield, and this car is doing what I would do, which is just kind of sit back and watch. There's the car filming it. There's a car behind this bear, and I mean, he is just going to town on that. Like,
and the kids are watching the mom. You can see him off to the
yeah,
side. Watching.
I'm glad you noticed them. I didn't see them the first time.
Yes, they're like, come on, Ma.
The baby bears are there. They're hungry, and they're like, oh, we thought our mom was smart, but no, she's just a dumb cunt like the LSU women's basketball coach. So now she's doing like CPR on this thing.
Yeah.
She's got it in the street. She's smelling it. She tried biting it. It didn't work. And look at this red truck. Is like, well, fuck that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, nope. You know what? I'm going to wait too. I was going to just go around this loser, but
it's it's like this type of scene where you wish you had an old beat up truck. Like if I was in my truck's so old, I would just drive up to it and just bump it at 1 mile an hour to see what the fuck would happen.
Yeah.
Let's go, asshole.
Right. So she gets it open. Look at that.
God.
So she gets a trash bag. And look at this. Here comes the little scavengers. They're like, all right, Mommy, we're going to eat.
Mom did it. It's time to stop starving.
Yeah, and then the guy in the red truck decides to chime in at this point. You can listen for him. I backed it up more than I thought, but that's all right. You can hear him now. He's hitting his car.
Hey, yo. Oh, somebody finally gets the idea.
Yeah, and then he yells, bad bears, and then they all run in the backyard. So
should have done that a while ago before he fucked up the can.
Yeah, I know, exactly. But that's the kind of bear content that people come to this show for.
You're darn right.
Yeah,
Christian,
exactly.
You're darn right.
So we're going to finish up momentarily, but there's been a lot of interest in you and voicemails we've been receiving. This is our friend, the Duke of the Delusional.
Is that the guy?
Let's go through these chats and then we'll play the voicemails. Is Eric going to slow the show down so he can pretend to have an appointment and run away from facing the music for his actions. And he says, men face the music. Now, I explained last week that instead of getting to the voicemails like we were planning to, I wanted to play that Mike Francesa clip because E-Rock was there. And I go out of my way to try to explain it a little bit. And the Duke of the Delusional says, still stands that last week's running away was suspect. Now, here's where it all comes together. I know for a fact a friend of mine that is a vet called twice and even offered an interesting way to solve that fits into this universe, but those were lost. Now, I did explain to the Duke of the Illusion. I can't even say his fucking
Duke of the Delusional.
Duke of the Delusional. That those clips were shown on WATP a couple weeks ago. And EZ, I know you wanted to hear. So this is the same guy that called us a few weeks ago. And Carl and the gang reacted to this guy.
Well, Carl, I appreciate that my voicemail was played. And yes, I appreciate good humor. Yes, I appreciate satire. Yes, I appreciate all that stuff. But I'm done. I'm done with your entire network.
Oh.
And the reason I'm done with your entire network was the fact that Zane couldn't at least, Eric Zane, couldn't at least say, hey, listen, I overstepped the line. I was trying to be funny. I guess I wasn't. That was it. Okay.
By the way, there's a lot of people have chimed in that they thought what you said was very funny.
He's a pompous, liberal ass cunt.
I mean,
okay?
that's
I'm done with your entire
not entirely
network
untrue.
Unless you come out and say something official. I know you said
Official?
something at the beginning of Who Are These Podcasts on last Wednesday.
Yep.
But last Saturday. You know what I mean.
That's important. Which day it was.
I need far, far, far more than that. I need you to
need more.
Really.
By the way, do you see the way producer Chris and Lucy Tightbox are reacting? They don't know anything about this, and they're like, who is this fucking blowhard?
Say, hey, listen, Zane was wrong. He needs to be reprimanded. He needs to be fired. It seems you're not going to do that.
No.
So fine.
Why would
but do something.
Do something.
And here's Carl.
Negotiate with terrorists, sir?
Negotiate with terrorists. So this guy called back. In
This
the same
person
episode.
was very upset with Eric Zane saying that people in the military are dumb. And he called back again.
So this is what Duke of the Delusional said was his unique idea. Well,
okay.
You can have a thought on that if you want.
Yeah, so he called the one time, and then he did some more legwork, and then this is what he comes up with. He's really thinking about this.
100%.
Okay.
Hey, Carl, it's me again about Zane. I called the VFW, the American Legion, and a few other veteran groups last night. And they're ready to really, really, really lower the boom on him. Not so much you,
Lower
but
the
him.
boom.
But tell you what.
Boom! We got the boom, because that's what we do. The boom!
Hey, yo, you're going to get the boom lowered on you for fucking with this.
Deal.
Okay.
Okay? You do the creep off, not this week,
Here's
because
his
I'm
fun
sure
solution.
you've already done preparations for this week. But next week, on the creepiest guy on your podcast network, you do Zane, and you do him, and I mean really lambast
Really
him,
do them.
and I'll back off of all of this. I think that is a good compromise. Fine. Everybody wants to say, oh, he's just joking, even though he made fun of the guys who died on the beaches of Normandy.
Which was really you doubling down, trying to, really just having fun.
I said specifically, they're not all dumb, just like Pat Tillman dumb, Chris Kyle, and the guys.
I'm glad you remember exactly what you said.
Who stormed the beaches of Normandy? Those idiots.
Yeah. Okay.
That went over really well with the VFW.
So this guy is Stuttering John saying I talked to trans organizations about Cumia, and they did not appreciate what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will back off of all of this, and so will they, if simply you do that. And I don't mean just phone it in.
Okay.
I mean really,
really gotta
blast the motherfucker.
Okay.
Thank you.
If we're doing creepiest person on my network, I'm taking Vinny.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Eric Zane.
Okay.
So, all right. So that was his creative solution.
Yeah, boy, he says, he he is the one compromising. First, me fired, and then he says, I'm going to quit your whole network, but then here he is on our show having a good time. So I think he's just full of shit. He doesn't really care about veterans like I do. I mean, I love my veterans. It's not my fault.
Is that what the problem is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This guy, he just likes lampooning veterans. That's what this guy is doing. And it's nonsense. I don't care for that. I will do this. Instead of your stupid ideas, at the next live show in Detroit that I go to, I will fight any veteran as long as he's got a limb blown off. So,
Jesus Christ.
If you have your arm blown off or your leg blown off, we're gonna have a ring.
Hiding.
We're gonna have a ring on the stage at the Magic Bag, as long as you can prove that you are missing a limb.
I feel like there's plenty of one-leg guys who could kick your ass.
There's no way. I would beat the shit out of any one
agree
leg.
to disagree.
And especially, I'm excited because there is one guy we found, Carl located him in Detroit, who has no arms or legs.
Oh.
And I'm going to beat the shit out of that guy. So that's what we're doing.
It's not even part of the show. You're just going to go to his house and kick his ass.
No, he's going to come to the event, and they're just going to throw him into the ring, and then that's it, man. I'm going to put the tombstone of that motherfucker.
Well, we got 2 unique voicemails specifically for this show. They were sent to this show. You can go to whoarethese.com and find the phone number and just say that it's for WATB. So this first one is our buddy Deluxe.
Here's my Eric Zane impersonation. Hey, Eric, they're giving away gold bars at the bank. Gold bars? Nobody uses gold bars. Everybody uses silver. I don't want some gold bars I can't buy anything with. Well, at least your football team won by 2 touchdowns this week. 2 touchdowns. Fat, overpaid losers. Can't win by more than that. Everything sucks. He left out. He sucks.
Well, we appreciate that from
Everything
Deluxe.
sucks.
But then this guy is someone who served.
This is for Who Are These Broadcasters? I'm just calling because Eric Zane said something mean about us in the military. I signed up for the military so that people would be stoked on me and think I was really cool. And Eric Zane said that we're all dumb wrestlers and that we're not really cool. And I can't listen to this show anymore. And if you don't do something about it, I'm gonna not listen to WATP anymore. And you need to do something about it now because he's disrespecting our military. Do something about it, Carl.
I like how he started at one level and he slowly got more intense.
It got more intense. Look, if people want to continue leaving messages about this, I'd love to hear from the original guy again, Duke of the Delusional's friend, because this has now been addressed on multiple shows. I have one more WATP voicemail, and then we'll get out of here.
Another person who's actually served in our military. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, Carl, this is Rob in Port Huron. Hey, this goes out to that guy crying and bitching about Eric Zane. If he was in the military, he'll understand this. Go see the chaplain and get him to issue you a TS card. What does that mean? It means tough shit. Listen, you are what we used to call a REMF, R-E-M-F, which stands for Rear Echelon Mother Effer. I'm sure that you're not or never were a grunt because grunts don't have thin skin like that.
Okay.
Quit crying and shut up. Okay, bye. Have a nice day.
All right.
All right.
I did send that to Eric Zane. I thought that would make him happy.
Yeah. So go ahead. Now we've played everything that's been on both shows, and we're all caught up finally.
Right.
And Duke of the Delusional said that we were trying to run from the segment. No, I knew it was going to take 20 minutes, and we went 20 minutes over last week.
Yeah,
we were
you
just waiting
stupid pussy. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I like Duke of the Delusional. I'm just trying.
I do too, but he's being a twat bitch. The fuck is wrong with him?
Well,
God. Eric Zane, he needs to say sorry. And you've got to be mean to him and then I'll feel better. I
By the way,
called the VFW, and I'm a cunt.
You can email your voicemails like Dame Taft does sometimes to me at blattcast@gmail.com, BLADTCAST. So that's one way to send them. But if you go to whoarethese.com, you can get the voicemail number, and that's probably the best way to do it.
Do us a favor and become one of the 22.
Yeah. And we didn't actually say this one. Pop culture dumpster. Carl punishes Zane by forcing him to stay on WATB. There's something to be said for that, and I know who pop culture dumpster is, and he's probably right. That's the real punishment to you, having to do that. I think that that's everything that we've got for today. I don't know what's going on in the poor chat. I'm just looking at super chats. I'm
trying to find the one that's worth the most. I think it's the
it's Husey, because it's £5, which is more than $5.
Okay, well, he's got 2.
Yeah. You know what? The first one didn't make any sense.
No, he was fucked up when he wrote.
Well, I'll read both of them. But Eric Zane, thanks for hanging in there. I know that you're not at your best, as they say, but please let everybody know where they can find you.
I appreciate that. I actually feel okay. I just sound like fuck, but I got my nap, so I mean that's how you recover is rest. Christian Bladt, it's what your mother told you.
That my mother told me a lot of things, but that's one of them. So
you need to rest.
Yes.
So I actually don't feel that terrible, but if you want to hear me plod my way through my podcast every day on Twitch, okay? I am the oldest person on Twitch. It's confirmed. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow right now or download the Twitch app. Search @Eric Zane Live. I do my show Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. on Fridays. That's 5 days a week. You can check me out there. Thank you.
And as for me, my personal podcast, The Blackcast, we've had some fun episodes lately. We talked Val Kilmer with Lucy Tightbox, Trucker Andy, and the Husey.
You talked with Val Kilmer?
Nope, we talked about him with those guys.
I thought you had him on.
It was a seance.
How did you do that?
Okay, well, in there I talk about how I was almost his assistant on the movie Alexander. So that is it's a little fun fact. Cardiff loves fun facts. We talked about the 50th anniversary of Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic. And this week I recorded an episode of Nashville where I was up to all kinds of fun. So you can find that where you find podcasts, BLADTCAST. But that is everything for now. So as always, this is Christian Bladt reminding you that every mic is a hot mic. And if there's a tariff on being gay, that sign up for some 100%. Hi, Eric. Also, you know how many times I've got drunk since I recovered from gout? 69. See you next Tuesday.